Okay, guys, it's fascinating to be on this side of the country. Lush green at a time when the rest of the country is experiencing some fairly scorching sun. Steve, I think your heritage is from around here, and I guess all of us have some connection to this region.
Yes, it is indeed good to be here. Do you know, just 2 steps behind you, Waiganjo, you will be on the northern hemisphere because we are literally on the equator.
The equator?
Yeah.
Really?
Just behind you on that side, 5 steps, you'll be on the northern hemisphere, and where we are, it's the southern hemisphere.
Isn't that symbolic that we're on the global south?
Yes.
And that's serendipitous because we didn't decide that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Anthony, this being your home area, do you want to situate it for us where the landmarks here?
Thank you so much. What fascinates me is the tree right behind us, the Mugumo tree, a tree that has a lot of significance, both cultural, social, and also spiritual to the Kikuyu community. This is a tree that our elders, the Kiama, used to do the sacrifices, used to do the prayers. This tree was never cut down.
Right.
It used to come down naturally. Like you can see the massive tree, the roots. The significance is the continuity of the generations. That's why the roots come from top and the broad leaves. And it shows the status now and the continuity. So the elders used to have the sacrifices here as a holy place, as the worship guy who is just at the mountain right ahead of us. And they could slaughter goats in terms of farming, in terms they want fertility, they want intergenerational blessings. They used to come here and do the sacrifices. Like I said, this tree was never cut down. It used to come down naturally. And this is actually how they used to conserve the environment then. So a lot of significance for this tree. The Gikuyu and the Mobi used to believe that when you offer sacrifices, prayers under this tree, it will straight go and be answered by God.
Are we becoming elders by standing next to it? Mary, you're the ecologist.
I'm even allowed to stand under the Mugumo tree because it feels so wrong already. But just for better understanding, the Mugumo tree scientifically is referred to a parasitic tree. Reason being, it lands on a host tree and it kind of eats, let me use the word eat, it kind of draws its nutrient from the host tree as well as everything it needs to grow. And one amazing thing about the Mugumo is it grows from top to bottom. So the seeds of a Mugumo tree will land at the top because we all understand the mechanism of dispersal, could be wind and all that.
Yeah.
So the seed will land at the top of the tree and the seed will grow a root downwards. So this root will come encompassing the host tree and creating very strong roots that end up to the ground. Once they get to the ground, definitely a root that is growing from top to bottom, it must be strong, right?
Yeah.
So when it gets to the ground, because of the kind of nutrients it draws from the host and also the ground, it kind of creates its own microclimate, I will call it, and it creates nutrients for itself, drawing from the surrounding area. This causes that immediate area to not have so much undergrowth. And for instance, where we are standing, we understand that we used to have a lot of roses.
And you can't see any.
We can't see any.
Yeah.
So because of that reason, the trees, and you can see a lot of Mugumo trees, they're quite a community of their own trees, So they have inhabited the area and dominated the area, leaving no room for undergrowth. So that's basically some information.
That sounds like a masterclass in ecology, Steve. But I guess there's some symbolism to that explanation, right?
Yes, and I'm taking it now. Now here we are in 2026. What are some of the significance of that story of seeing how the Mugumo tree, known this beautiful space known as the Rose Garden, and we are not seeing any of that. I think it's just taking us back to where it all began, where we need to really reflect on how Mother Nature can actually deal a cycle and back to some of the original statuses.
Yeah.
And we saw that on Healing the Earth and some of the different things that we should be looking into. Is it medicinal?
Yeah.
Looking at that, sovereignty of seeds, as we have been looking into. How can we, Weganjo, how can we take advantage of some of these narratives and look at where we are going? As Anthony was saying, that this thing, it used to die on its own and then take root. A new generation is coming. So are we talking about a new system, a new cycle that we
new world order?
Yeah, a new world order of how things are happening.
Exactly.
You know,
And I like what Anthony said, which you have reiterated, Steve, which is it would drop on its own. It was never cut down. It means then it replenishes the soil.
True.
And the interesting thing is the roses that Mary is referencing are not indigenous to these regions. So it's nature almost saying, given time, I can reclaim, I can restore that balance that is required to sustain life. And I guess there's an element of resilience there as well.
True, yeah.
Right? As we talk about resilience of ecosystems, resilience of economies, of communities. But fundamentally, I think, Moredi, you need to speak a little more about the broader region. We are standing almost, we could use a phrase that is used in a book, Facing Mount Kenya. What is the significance of the mountain, not only to this region, but to the country and the continent?
Yeah, the mountain to the community that lives here, this is a holy place. When you hear of Kirinyaga, it's a place that the white snow, they believe the whiteness was also a symbolic that this is pure. So the Kikuyu used to pray as they face Mount Kenya. And then because of the water tower and the catchment is a source of life, that is where all the rivers around come from. And you can see this is quite a rich agricultural region.
That's true.
So that life comes from God and it flows down and gets to everyone. And later in the missionaries, when they came, this tree was also a symbol of resistance because they continued praying under the tree just to say that and to show that we have our God. This is a holy place. When we do the prayers here, when they did the sacrifices, when they slaughtered the goats, the kiama, the smoke used to go up. That means it was a way of...
Sacrifices are accepted.
It's accepted by God. And I remember my grandfather used to be an elder then, could tell me, they pray for rains. Before you reach home, the rains are pouring. You know, and once the smoke goes up, they believe that God has heard their prayers.
Is that why they say that if it's bottled from source, if the significance on the mountain and the springs that come from here, and a lot of people actually say that it is bottled from source. Really amazing time. And tonight, actually, we'll be having an opportunity to go by some of the streams, one of the streams, and sip on that ice cold.
Clean water.
Clean water. Natural from source. And I believe that is where we are looking into. And Mary, when we discuss the freshness of the source, not contaminated, it's interesting, like you've given me a crash course on Masterclass and seeing how it comes in and it takes it into the soil, and there's so many things that we can discuss about that, the soil health, the resilience, anything that was not indigenous here is just going, because we are not talking like we are it's not that it's not vegetation around, but it is what was not indigenous is what has gone. Man, the symbolism of this is unbelievable. It's good to have this conversation with you guys and tap into the knowledge that we all have. The ecological knowledge, the traditional knowledge, Steve, that ability to connect those narratives and standing right by the equator, but on the global side. On the global side.
On the southern side.
On the southern side, yes.
Southern side,
All right. Thanks so much for the insights.